Dual SD card slot in a DSLR camera, is it important or not? Let's talk a little bit about it. Hello YouTubers, my name is Attila Mate from Blue Sky Photography, and today I'd like to talk to you about another topic which nobody's talking about in YouTube, you know, on YouTube. And this is the dual SD card slot. Is it important to not to have a dual SD card slot in a camera? I think that it is pretty important. I think that it's if you are a professional photographer, you should have a dual SD card slot, and I will explain to you why. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm using only professional quality cards like Lexar or SanDisk Professional line. So also from the SanDisk you can see the professional cards, you know, and even from Lexar you will have the kind of the prosumer cards and the professional cards. Now I use only Lexar Professional and I use only SanDisk Professional, SanDisk Pro. Now what happened with me a few months ago, actually it was more than a year ago, something like that. I was in a wedding, and I was very lucky that I checked my files on my camera, because on my pictures on my camera, because after a while in my Sony A7R I just noticed that the pictures are not there. So the card got corrupted. Now it was a Lexar card, you know, Lexar Professional card, and I thought that when I come home I have this Lexar software and I will be able to get back the pictures, because that's how they advertise, you know, the Lexar cards, that they give this software with the card, and even if you have some problems you can recover your pictures. So I changed my card in the camera, I put a SanDisk card in it, and I continued the wedding. Now I was lucky that I had two cameras, so from that period where the card got corrupted I still had the pictures on the other camera, but I didn't have the pictures in the angles I wanted, or the shots, maybe because the Sony A7R was my main camera, and I had the Sony A6000 with me on that time, and that was the secondary camera, you know. But I got the shots on the Sony A6000 and it was okay. So the clients didn't see anything, you know, didn't observe anything. But I was very frustrated. I was, because I used the professional card, and still, even if I used the professional card, I got in trouble because I had only single SD card slot. And I did try, when I got home, I did try the Lexar software to get back the pictures, but there is a problem here, and nobody is talking about this again with Sony. That Sony, if you put your card in a Sony camera, Sony camera will create a kind of a folder on the card, and it's not like Nikon camera or Canon camera. It's kind of a different folder. I don't know how, and I don't know why they do like that. But the Lexar software is not able to communicate with that folder. So the software will see the pictures in the folder, but actually you cannot recover them. It will show. I mean, that I saw in the software, I saw my pictures on the card in the folder. But when I wanted to recover them, it was only a few kilobytes every picture. So it was like kind of only a thumbnail, you know, it wasn't the picture in it. So at the end of the day, I couldn't recover my pictures. But like I told you, I had my pictures on the Sony A6000 and I was okay. But it's a hassle. It's a hassle. It should not be like that. So this was the second time. First time it happened with me on a birthday party. I was invited on a birthday party to shoot the birthday party, and I did. And I had the Sony A6000 and the Sony A7R with me. And again it happened, on that time it happened in the A6000. I had another card, you know, in it, and the card got corrupted. And my pictures were... So if I don't have two cameras, I'm in trouble. But I tell you something, After that, I decided to go back to sell my Sony gear, and I still have the A6000, but I think not for long. Slowly I sell all my Sony gear. I already sold my lenses, and I want to get back again to completely to Nikon. And that's only because there are small little issues like this, like the dual SD card slot. I mean, there is no camera in the Sony lineup which one has dual SD card slot, the E mount, I mean, the mirrorless. And if I am with DSLR, you know, like Sony DSLRs, they might have dual SD card slot. But then why should I buy Sony, you know, when it has the translucent mirror and you lose light there? Then you can, if you have DSLR, you can buy Nikon or Canon. I mean, the advantage of Sony, it was originally that it was light and small, and so anyway, I think that dual SD card slot, it is very important. And how I use in my camera, I have two 32 gigabytes card in it, and what I do is the card number 1, it will get the pictures, and card number 2 will get a backup, a copy of the pictures. So I will have every picture on both of the cards, because both cards, they cannot be corrupted in the same time. So obviously it will be okay. But what do you think about this? Do you think it is important to dual SD card slot or not? What is your experience with it? Please share your experience, leave a comment down below, and I would like to know what is your opinion. I think that it is very important to have a dual SD card slot, and if you can learn from my bad experience, I hope that it won't happen with you. But unfortunately it happened with me, and from that time I was a little bit concerned when I was on a professional photo shoot. I didn't want to take the risk, because I mean you can actually pay with your career, so it's very difficult, you know. I would say it is very difficult, and for me it's a deal breaker. So if you want, please share your opinion about this topic, and let's have a conversation about this. Let's see, what do you think? This is what I think, this is my opinion, and I hope it will be helpful to somebody. I hope that somebody can learn from my mistake and my trouble, let's say. So I wish you a nice day, and see you in the next video. Take care, guys.